Hey guys, Grumpy here with the final episode in the farming investigation. So at the end of the previous episode, I was going to test all 8 crops. Originally, I was going to use 12 by 15 farms and 1 farmer. Based on the previous findings, though, I decided that the results would be inconsistent. So instead, I decided to go with 15 by 15 farms, which is probably what you're going to use anyway, if you have the space available for it, and going up to 2 farmers. Like I discussed previously, when you have 2 farmers, you're more consistent with your planting and your collecting. So if 1 farmer idles, the other farmer is still collecting. So that's what you want to go for. So from my findings, the best 3 crops are I guess to say the quickest crops to both plant and harvest are beans, pepper, and corn. They're usually the first off the fields. Then another crop that I'd like to mention is squash. Squash is really good if you're playing on a harsh climate. These things are very hardy. They survive into the winter, so you have more time to collect them. Everything else is pretty middling. Pumpkin and potatoes, usually you don't get the full yield of these. And my suspicion, I'm actually going to watch it this year, is pumpkins way more than other crops. I believe beans and pepper and corn have a light weight, so farmers can hold more of them in their hands as they go to the barn and drop them off. Something like pumpkins, squash, and potatoes have a heavier weight, so farmers can only carry so much to the to the barn, so it takes them longer to harvest. The way I'm going to look at that is look at the inventory as the farmer walks to the barn to see if there's a difference in the amount of vegetables collected. And if that's the case, then that would make a lot of sense. Because otherwise, everything else about these fields is the same. I know crops have different growing rates, or not growing rates, temperatures that they prefer to grow in. But it wouldn't explain the huge discrepancy when it comes to the collection season. They all pretty much hit 100% yield before early autumn. So early autumn is the cutoff date. Once you hit early autumn, farmers start collecting regardless of what the yield is. But usually all the crops hit 100% before before autumn rolls around. So the only thing that's different is just their collection rates. So we're gonna let these crops grow, and see what the results are. It's very curious. There's a lot of interesting subtleties of farming that I've discovered over the past week and a half that I've been watching these guys. Okay, so let's pay attention to our pumpkin farmers. So there's you, and then who's the other pumpkin farmer? You. So let's keep their inventories open, and then something like beans, which always get collected first. Let's go to the bean field. Oh, it's right next door, which is perfect. So let's put you guys to the side. And you to the side. Okay, so we would just want to keep an eye on the inventories. Here are the yields. Looks like beans are already ready to be collected, even though it's summer. So they should start working the field now, once it hits 100%. Yep. Okay. So I'm actually going to slow things down just a touch. So it looks like they can carry 84 beans and then drop it off at the barn. This barn is empty. This barn is a little full from last year. That's fine. Okay. And I'm assuming the citizen with 84 beans in their hand is you, and you are headed towards the barn. Okay, you're gonna create a few more bushels, and then you'll head to the barn. Okay, that makes sense. And now we'll speed back up. And I guess while we're here, let's check out like the corn farmers. See if there's consistency there too. If you can carry 84 corn or 86 corn. Let's put that. Okay. So you guys can carry 84 as well. Pumpkins still haven't reached 100% yield yet, but it's early autumn, so they should start collecting now. And now let's take a look. No, you guys reach 84. Some guy had 100 squash in his hand. I have no idea what it is then. Let's look at potatoes. Who are our potato farmers? Let's check your inventory. As well as the other potato farmer. Let's check your inventory. Yeah, I have no... Even still, even this late into the investigation, I'm not sure what causes underperformance of certain crops. I know it's temperature for sure. But like a wild discrepancy like this doesn't make much sense in my mind. Also, very early winter, so a lot of these crops got destroyed. But anyway, again, those findings are beans, pepper, corn are usually your best bet. They're your fastest growers. Squash lasts a little bit into the winter, so here's the squash field. So these will last a little bit longer. So harsh climates, I recommend that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this series of videos. Hope you guys learned something from it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Other than that, Grumpy out.